Developments in South suburban Dalton today. First, the state comptroller has suspended some payments to the village because it has failed to follow the law by providing financial reports.
Coming in, unfortunately, we knew it was going to be a little messy, but it's just something we felt important that had to be done, that should be done.
Dalton in turmoil. Mayor Tiffany Henyard faces explosive new allegations. Dalton, Illinois is once again at the center of a political firestorm as embattled Mayor Tiffany Henyard faces shocking new accusations that have rocked the town to its core. This time, the scandal has taken an even darker turn, with rumors swirling about an alleged attempted murder plot involving Henyard and her former assistant-turned-whistleblower, Carmen Carlo. The latest development in this ongoing saga suggests that Henyard may have hired gang members to intimidate or even silence Carlo, who allegedly holds damaging secrets about the mayor. What once seemed like a far-fetched conspiracy now feels disturbingly possible to many residents, as Henyard's tenure has been marked by a string of increasingly bizarre and troubling controversies. Once a trusted member of Henyard's inner circle, Carlo has emerged as a key whistleblower, leaking information that could expose corruption within the mayor's administration. But the latest allegations suggest that Henyard's response to this betrayal may have gone beyond political retaliation. If the rumors of attempted violence are true, they would reveal a deeply troubling side of the mayor, one where her thirst for power leads her down a path of criminal activity. The people of Dalton are struggling to make sense of these bombshell claims, wondering if Henyard will ever be held accountable. As investigations continue, residents are left with more questions than answers, and the future of the town's leadership has never been more uncertain. Financial scandals and a community in crisis. While the allegations surrounding Carmen Carlo have dominated headlines, they are just the latest in a long list of scandals under Henyard's leadership. The mayor has already been accused of financial mismanagement, unethical spending, and a blatant disregard for transparency. Residents are particularly outraged over claims that Henyard has used taxpayer funds for personal luxuries, including extravagant trips and high-end purchases, while the village struggles with budget shortfalls. Vital community programs have suffered, and essential services have been cut, yet the mayor's spending remains unchecked. Rumors even suggest that public funds meant for community initiatives were redirected toward Henyard's personal projects. As frustration grows, many are demanding an independent audit of Dalton's finances to uncover the full extent of any potential wrongdoing. The demand for accountability is intensifying, with residents fearing that Henyard's continued leadership could push the village deeper into financial ruin. Law and order under fire. Another major point of controversy is Henyard's use of a dedicated police security detail, which has raised serious concerns about public safety. Critics argue that pulling officers off the streets to protect the mayor, especially amid allegations of corruption and criminal activity, shows a clear disregard for the well-being of the community. This move has only fueled the growing distrust between Henyard and the people she serves. Many now see her as a leader more focused on protecting herself than addressing the pressing issues facing the town. The rise and fall of Carmen Carlo at the heart of this scandal is Carmen Carlo, a once loyal aide who has now become one of Henyard's biggest threats. For years, Carlo operated within the mayor's inner circle, reportedly benefiting from her close ties to power. Some suspect she was even involved in some of the questionable financial dealings that have since come to light. But everything changed when Carlo decided to turn against her former boss. Some see her as a courageous whistleblower determined to expose corruption, while others question her motives, believing she only spoke out when her own position within Henyard's administration became untenable. Regardless of her reasons, Carlo's revelations have been damning. Her testimony has added fuel to the already raging fire surrounding Henyard's leadership, bringing allegations of financial misconduct, abuse of power, and unethical governance to the forefront. With Dalton now embroiled in political chaos, the town's trustees are scrambling to determine their next steps. Legal challenges against Henyard are mounting, and calls for her resignation are growing louder. What comes next? As Dalton finds itself caught in the midst of a political earthquake, the future of Tiffany Henyard's leadership hangs in the balance. The mounting legal battles, financial scandals, and shocking criminal allegations have left many wondering how much longer she can hold on to power. Will Henyard weather the storm, or is this the beginning of the end for her political career? Will the ongoing investigations bring justice, or will corruption continue to thrive in Dalton? One thing is certain, the drama is far from over, and the next chapter in this unfolding political scandal could change the town's future forever.
A one-day purchase of over $40,000 to Amazon. And the main thing is
Carmen Carlisle, the whistleblower who shook Dalton's political landscape. Carmen Carlisle, once a trusted assistant and confidant of Mayor Tiffany Henyard, has become the central figure in a political firestorm gripping Dalton, Illinois. Her dramatic transformation from loyal ally to whistleblower has sent shockwaves through the town, raising serious questions about corruption, loyalty, and self-preservation. To understand why Carmen's name has become synonymous with political intrigue, one must first examine her past relationship with Henyard. For a time, Carmen was deeply entrenched within the mayor's inner circle, privy to some of the administration's most sensitive dealings. As a key player in Dalton's political machinery, she enjoyed the perks that came with proximity to power. Some even suggested that she had benefited from questionable schemes, including the alleged misuse of city funds for personal gain. At first glance, Carmen's position seemed secure, granting her unique insight into an administration already under intense public scrutiny. However, everything changed when she made the shocking decision to turn on her former boss. Instead of remaining loyal, she chose to expose Henyard's alleged misdeeds, an action that many interpret as an act of self-preservation, rather than a courageous stand for justice. Hero or opportunist? The debate surrounding Carmen Carlisle. Carmen's decision to come forward has profoundly impacted Dalton's political landscape, bringing to light a trove of damaging revelations that have intensified the already mounting controversies surrounding Henyard's leadership. The accusations now at the forefront of the unfolding scandal include financial misconduct, unethical leadership, and abuse of power. While some supporters view Carmen as a brave whistleblower fighting against corruption, others accuse her of opportunism, arguing that she only spoke out when it served her interests, perhaps after realizing that her position within Henyard's administration had become untenable. Her actions have deepened the crisis, adding further fuel to the fire engulfing the mayor's office. For critics of Henyard, particularly those already frustrated with her leadership style, Carmen's revelations represent a tipping point. New allegations of fiscal irresponsibility and mismanagement continue to surface at an alarming rate, further eroding public trust in the mayor's administration, a political earthquake in Dalton. As the drama surrounding Henyard's administration unfolds, it is evident that Carmen's decision to speak out has significantly complicated the mayor's already embattled reputation. It has also raised serious concerns about accountability and transparency within Dalton's political system. While some see Carmen as a hero advocating for reform in a town plagued by scandal, others remain skeptical, questioning whether her actions were driven by a genuine desire for justice or simply an effort to distance herself from an imploding administration. Whatever the case may be, Carmen's name is now inextricably linked to the controversies surrounding Henyard's leadership. As Dalton's residents watch these events unfold, they are left wondering just how far the consequences of these revelations will extend, and whether they will permanently alter the course of local politics. Dalton's financial crisis, from surplus to deficit. Compounding the crisis is a devastating financial investigation, revealing a catastrophic decline in the village's economic health under Henyard's leadership. Once financially stable, Dalton had a healthy surplus of $561 million. However, under Henyard's tenure, the town has shockingly fallen into a staggering deficit, raising urgent questions about financial mismanagement. With legal challenges, mounting political discourse in Dalton is rapidly shifting. The town's trustees, many of whom have been blindsided by these revelations, are now scrambling to determine their next steps. Legal counsel has been sought to navigate the growing crisis, but new questions and controversies continue to emerge daily. Dalton now finds itself in the midst of a political earthquake, with the future of Henyard's leadership hanging precariously in the balance. The coming days will undoubtedly bring even more shocking revelations, and the stakes could not be higher. For the embattled mayor, her former assistant, and the residents of Dalton.